Welcome back to another Mr. Robot Monday. If this is your first time joining in, my name is Sam. I have a blog site, live stream site, whatever you want to call it, for live hacking, hacking tutorials, all ethical hacking. I should annotate that as well. Uh, so today I'm just going to be diving into a hack the box, just a random box that I had selected. Gonna go through, see if we can actually capture the flags on those, and kind of walk through the methodology used, right, for any kind of like ethical hacking. So before we start, though, I do want to kind of uh, go over a few things. So any of the platforms that you're watching on, with the exception of Instagram, you can comment. Your comments will pop up here. So if you have any questions anytime during the live stream, please feel free to ask. Let me know if you like this. Let me know if you hate it. Either or. Communication is awesome. But yeah, I will be able to see and reply to everything that is commented in there. So please feel free. Another thing that I wanted to touch on, excuse me. Another thing that I want to touch on was the website. So now we actually have merch for sale. So go ahead and buy some Savage Hack merch. Support the site. Obviously, everything's always going to be free. I'm always about having free training and whatnot, but it does take a little bit of money to kind of run the site and to actually do this, right? Excuse me. So yeah, please feel free to check out the site. We have plenty of things within the store here, all kinds of merch that you can get there. Everything from t-shirts to beanies to hoodies, phone cases, hats, everything, right? Even a throw blanket, which I'm actually waiting on mine to get here. I'm pretty excited about that. But yeah, so yeah, check it out. Support the site. Check out the blog. I usually try to post at least one blog entry a month, if not more. A lot of times there'll be walkthroughs. Other times it'll be things based around like the certifications and other things that I've done. I see Charles Monroe. Is that Bo? Did you mean to say boo? Hello. So yeah, check out the site. Let me know what you think. And yeah. So today I'm actually going to jump into the box here. It's called Friend Zone. I went ahead and booted it up. Went ahead and connected to their VPN, so we have lab access there. So Friend Zone is an easy box. It is a Linux machine, and it was created by Askar, released on 9 February 2019. Just as a disclaimer, this is a non-live box on active or on Hack the Box. It is a retired machine. I cannot do the active machines. TTY, man. Hey, what's up? Thanks for coming back. Yeah, I can't do any of the live active machines on here. It does violate the terms of service, so I just want to make it known that this is a retired machine, and that's essentially what I have to do for these live streams. I actually was gonna hop on to Proving Grounds because I thought that their platform would allow for it, but apparently not, because I've seen so many write-ups on Proving Grounds on both play and practice that are just kind of out there. Apparently, you're not supposed to do that. I don't want to get my OSCP revoked, so I'm not going to go down that road. But I definitely. I mean, I can make it bigger. Just trying to share the screen, instead of seeing my beautiful face here. But yeah, I appreciate that, man. So yeah, we'll go ahead and jump into this first box here, which is again, it's called Friend Zone. It's an easy Linux box. We already have an IP address because I have gone ahead and spawned the machine here. So again, I've already connected to the VPN. So as you can see in the top right up here, we do have a VPN connection there. So we are connected to Hack the Box's network. First thing I'm going to do, just like I generally do, is run an nmap scan to see what services or what ports are actually open on that specific IP address. Can you not make it bigger when you show your screen? I can. Let me see. Let me see if I could just edit that. I don't want to take up too much of the screen because I do use a lot of it. Is that a little bit better there? Or hold on, let me update. There we go. Is that a little bit better? Let's see. Looks like it is not reaching it, so I'm wondering if it's blocking the ICMP packets there. Awesome. I appreciate the feedback there, man. Alrighty. So it looks like it's blocking our ICMP packets. So I am going to actually first, well, no, I'll go ahead and do attack PN. So that there we go. Okay, now we're in business here. So we have quite a few ports open here. We're gonna enumerate just a little bit further. I'm gonna run an actually let me uh let me output this into nmap.txt. Yeah, no worries, man. This is kind of designed for beginners to even more advanced, right? Like I do have some more advanced people that are on here that kind of give me advice from time to time too. Yeah, I appreciate that, man. I definitely try to. It helps me to understand better if I'm able to explain it in a way that makes sense to me. So that's what I try to do for you guys. Kind of why I started this to begin with. All right. So what I did here was I put the output. So I put all of this into a TXT file, essentially using the tac-o into nmap.txt. Next, I'm going to run a script that I made that just grabs all of these ports and puts them in a friendly user thing, or outputs a command for me that I can just copy and paste. So it's going to run nmap and then tac sv for a version scan, and then tac sc for a script scan. And then I'm only targeting those specific ports that are open, right? So I'll go ahead and run that. And this is just getting us more information on those services that are running on those open ports. So go ahead and paste that, let that run. All right. Yeah, this is quite a bit. Okay, so we have 21, so FTP, SSH, 53 being open for DNS there. Port 80 HTTP, so it's running a web server, also running a secure SSL web server, and then 139 and 145. That's going to be our SMB. So let's see what all we can find from here. Rustscan does something similar. Yeah. Rustscan's a very powerful tool. I actually used it quite a bit during my OSCP stuff. I might actually bring it up here from time to time too. Very good tool. All right. So FTP just open. There's not much there. We have a version there. Let's see. Port 80, friend zone escape software. 139. That's going to be our SMB, our server message block. 443 is running Apache. Same thing as port 80. All right. Any other information I'm seeing here? I do see we have a friendzone.red domain there. So I'm actually going to go ahead and add that to our Etsy host file. So I'll do a sudo nano Etsy host, type in our password. And you can see all the other ones that I've done. This is actually a fairly new instance of Kali that I spun up. So a lot of these were somewhat recent, but all right. Let's grab our IP, or wait, what was it called? It was friendzone.red, right? So I should just be able to, whoops, copy and paste this in here. And then friend zone.red. We'll add that to our Etsy host there. So essentially what I did there was if I were to visit their website using just the IP address alone, right? Like it'll go there. But what I did was essentially set up a how DNS works, right? Like I configured my own DNS. Have you tried VulnLab? I have, man. Actually, that's kind of where I started out, even before I got my OSCP. I used to download a ton of stuff on there. I also used what was it called? I think it's called pentesterlabs.com, if I'm not mistaken. It's been a long time since I've been on there. They have some really good ones there too. All right. So yeah, I was essentially setting up my own DNS, right? And if you're not familiar with what DNS is, it's domain domain name system, and it basically just translates IP addresses to your domain names, right? So anytime you visit a website like google.com, for instance, you're actually visiting an IP address. But since we respond and retain more to actual letters, right? Whenever we're like speaking or anything like that, it's a lot easier for us to remember words rather than a series of numbers like that. So that's where DNS comes in, and it's kind of a backbone structure of the internet. So again, anytime you visit any kind of website, you're typing in a name. It actually gets sent. It sends a request over to a domain server for a DNS server first. From there, the DNS server looks up that domain name and then looks up the associated IP address, sends it back over to you, and directs you to that specific IP address. So that's kind of what we're doing here. Obviously, this isn't connected to the outside internet. We are on a VPN connected to Hack the Boxes network, which is internal there. So we had to configure that ourselves so that now if I were to go to friendzone.red, that actual domain name rather than the IP address, it'll pop up just like how you would visit if you use the IP address. So it just makes it a little bit easier. You can also find other things by adding that in there, like subdomains and whatnot, which uh, we may end up looking for just because that port 53 is open. But anyway, all right. So we are on port 80. We're checking out that web server. It's Apache 2.4.29. Friend zone escape software. Have you ever been friend zoned? If yes, try to get out of this zone. So first thing, I'm going to look at the page source, see if we can find anything. It doesn't look like it. We do have an email address there. Let me see where this is located. It does have an image there. Okay, so it's just on the main folder. Okay. All right, let me check out port 443. Yep, so I'm actually going to use I'm probably going to use Dirbuster instead of FFUF. If I don't find anything right away with that, I'll probably use that application as it is quite a bit faster. But I just like the GUI on the Dirbuster. I don't have to memorize as many commands and stuff with that. So let's see. Let's try port 443. See what's on that. Bad request. Oh, that's because it's still under HTTP. We need to do HTTPS. And it's going to give us that warning because obviously it's not going to be secure. So we'll have to go forward with it. Accept the risk and continue. Ready to escape from friend zone. Escaping the friend zone. Let's see if there's anything worthwhile on here. Just doing some development here. So it has a JavaScript folder here. Don't go too deep. Well, let's check it out. Let's see what they got. Testing some functions. I'm not trying to break things. I don't know what that is. Is that a hash of some sort? Don't stare too much. You will be smashed. It's all about times and zones. Let me take this out of the view source. I don't know what this is. This might be a, is this base 64? So let's check out Cyber Chef. Let's see if this can tell us exactly what that is. We'll do magic. Not really seeing anything there. I am going to save that here just so we have it on hand in case that is something important. It doesn't really look like a password hash of anything that I've seen. I was thinking base 64, but base 64 didn't show anything up here. Maybe that's a password or something. I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. Testing some functions. I'm not trying to break things. Huh. Okay. all about times zones. I don't know what that means. I said don't go too deep, so maybe just JS. Let me take it out view source real quick. Maybe something with DNS. I think zones might be a clue. That's kind of what I was thinking. And the fact that DNS is open, or the yeah, the port there for DNS is open. Okay, so there's nothing here. All right, so port 80 and port 443. I may have a password there for 443. I'm not entirely sure, but I'm not seeing much else there. Oh, we also do have SMB, so let's look up some stuff there. We'll do SMB client dash L, and then input our IP address uh, for our target machine, 10.10.10.123. Just type it in 10.10.10.123. Okay, so there's some shares there. If you're not familiar with what SMB is, the server message block, you can actually have like shares that of folders and whatnot that you can share with other people on the network. There was an exploit called Eternal Blue that kind of leveraged this way back in the day. Apparently, it was from the Shadow Brokers, which they had said was part of one of the three-letter agencies tools that they'd used way back when. So it leveraged this as a big exploit there. But yeah, it's think of it as like sharing files with anybody on an internal network. You'll see this open commonly quite a bit. All right, so they have print. So they have print drivers there, files, uh, Etsy files. So they have configuration files there apparently. General development and IPC. So you'll usually see this on most. Yeah, I appreciate that. I appreciate you tuning in, Shell. Uh, let's see, print. So a lot of the times you'll see these print drivers as well, but I'm really curious in files. I'm really curious in general and development because you don't commonly see those. So I'm actually going to try to connect to them. So we'll do files first. Oh, wait. I'm just listing. I don't know why I'm listing. Let's do, I think it's tech N, capital N. No. Let me double check that real quick. It's been a while since I've used SMB client. So let's see, SMB client, connect to share. I thought it was TACAN. Maybe it is, and that just isn't allowing us there. Yeah, it's tech in. Yeah, okay. So files isn't letting us go there. Let's try general. Okay, so we were able to connect to general. Let's see what's in here. I'm going to hit ls to list. There's a creds.txt. So let's get creds.txt, download that to our local drive here. And we will cat creds.txt. So we have admin and then looks like a password here. So let me copy that. We'll add that to our notes here that we're taking. So possible password, possible like hash of some sort. We do have it looks like a login and a password associated. I didn't see any place to log in, so I may, wait, was SSH open? Let's see. Whoops. Okay, so SSH was open. May try. I doubt they would have an account named admin though on that. I feel like it's got to be something with port 80 or 443. I don't know. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. Okay. Let me print working directory. Okay, so there's nowhere for us to go. We can't go back to the main, can we? It's just going to be in general. Yeah. Okay. So there's nothing else there. So we'll exit out of that. What was the other one? Development. Development. Oh, it let us in this one too. List. Okay, so there's nothing there, right? What was okay? So we didn't get access to files, which apparently has configuration files. General development. Okay. I don't see anything here. It won't let us go back, obviously. Let me see. We'll try help. What are the commands we can use? So we can use the put command. Let me do a test.txt. Okay, so we can put things on here. I just don't know where it goes. uh, this was talking about uh, this was talking about development. So is maybe there's a let me close this real quick. I'm wondering if there's like a development folder, maybe? Nope. Guess not. What am I missing here? I don't know. Anyway, so we can put stuff there. We don't know where it goes. Let's look at our other ports that were open. Okay. Let me see if I can log into port 21. So I will do FTP and I will do that admin and I'll use that password. Where is that password? Let's see. Admin at 10, 10, oops. Not 11, 10, 10, 10, 1, 2, 3. Put in that password. Login failed, so that's not it. If anything, you can put a SCF file attack onto that SMB share and get an NTLM hash. Holy crap. But that's the last resort. Yeah, I didn't even think. Well, so this isn't a Windows machine, so I'm not sure if it's gonna have NTLM hash on there. Remember, this is a Linux machine and DNS. Yeah. That's probably the next port that I'm gonna check out here is that DNS. Let's see. Yeah, because that was everything else. We did 443, 80, 445, 139. Yeah, cool. Yeah. I can see why because usually instead of like Samba or you'll have that Microsoft SMB instead of Samba, right? But this is Samba, so it is running on Linux there. Uh, Generally, when you see those ports open, though, you obviously assume Windows, which I would have too, without knowing right off that it was a Linux machine. Easy mistake there. That's fine. But all right, let's see that port 53. So I am going to use a tool called Dig. Uh, it's been a while since I've used this. I need to pull up notes because I am not entirely sure on how to enumerate from here. So what I'm going to do is this is where I keep all of my notes. It's a website called notion.so. Use this for all of my studying, search and stuff, all of that, right? But I also keep a list of certain things for offensive commands, things that I just don't use on a daily basis that I might forget, and kind of list it all there for me. So what I need to do is some enumeration. Let's see. I don't remember where. Let's see. It may not be in this part either. It may be actually in my OSCP notes, which I cannot share. I could have swore I had a whole thing that said DNS on here. Maybe it got deleted. I don't know. Oh, no, here it is. Okay. All right. So DNS, there is a tool called Dig to help you enumerate certain things in DNS. So let's see. I think I'll try a zone transfer. Now, what a zone transfer is, DNS servers, there's a ton of them, right? And they all uh, basically have like a ledger that they all keep track of, right? That it contains all of the domain names and IP addresses of those domain names. And again, there's a ton of them. They are designed to communicate with each other. Now, anytime you were to put up a new DNS server for any kind of reason, you're gonna have what they call that zone transfer, right? And what that zone transfer does is it requests it that DNS machine that you're putting up requests essentially a copy of literally everything from that DNS server, so that it can then pick up where the other DNS servers are. Uh, Now, what we can do if this is not configured correctly is we who are not, any kind of DNS server, or we're not setting up any kind of DNS server, we can actually make that request. And so if it isn't configured correctly, it's going to give us all that information. And once we have that information, we can see pretty much everything from an organization's DNS perspective, right? We can see subdomains, we can see IP addresses associated with them, we can see pretty much everything, so very dangerous tool to use if it's not configured correctly. So let's see. Zone transfers tend to be, or yeah, they are a pain, man. I actually had to use one. Never mind. I'm not allowed to talk about that. It was on a certification, but yeah, had to use that, and it turned out to be a pain in my ass on this specific scenario. I wish I could dive in further on it, but I'm not allowed to talk about that. So let's see. We'll try Dig, and then the actually, let me just copy this whole thing here, and we'll try to run a domain or a zone transfer. And if we don't find anything from that, I might try this DNS enum, and we can kind of see what else we might be able to enumerate from there. But all right, let me pull this out of the way. What is it called? Friend zone.red. And we don't have a name server. No. Shit, man, it's been a while. Let me pull those notes back up. Wait a minute. What did that say? Name servers IP, I think. Yeah. I think you're correct. I think that's what it was. Let me try that. I appreciate the help there. Would it be? Let me pull up my notes again to see how that syntax was. Okay, so it's at name server. Okay. Yeah, let me try that then. So we'll do at, and then what was it? 10 10 10.123. Okay, yeah, it looks like it worked there. We actually have quite a few subdomains here. We have administrator1.friendzone.red. We have HR. Uploads, might want to check that out. Okay, yeah, sweet. So let me actually add those to our Etsy hosts. So we'll do sudo nano Etsy hosts. Where's our friend zone? There it is. Cool. So we'll add in administrator one. We'll add in HR. Can't remember if these are supposed to be spaced or. Oh wait, I have some down there that are okay. Yeah, so it's just a space. I couldn't remember if it was comma separated or if it was just a space. Oops, we need dot red. There we go. Space. HR. Let's do uploads. Dot friend zone. Dot red. Let's do. I think that's all of them. Yeah. So it's 3 of them. Okay, we'll hit Control O to save that, enter, and then Control X to exit out of that file. Go ahead and close that. So I'm really curious about administrator 1 and uploads. Let me check out administrator 1 first. Let me see if they're running anything on here, web server or whatnot. So we'll do HTTP administrator 1 dot friendzone dot red. Okay, so they're running the same thing, it looks like. All right, so let me start doing one of those directory buzzing directory brute force. So I'm going to use dirbuster just because I like the GUI. Makes it a little bit easier. I don't have to revert to my notes as much for like certain commands. So we'll grab that URL there. By the way, the email at port 80 website is different domain. Oh, is it? Did I not catch that? Oh, friend zone portal. Good catch, dude. Let me make a note of that too, because we might actually check for that as well. Yeah, I didn't even see that. I just saw friend zone. I didn't even think to. So friend zone portal.red. Actually, let me go ahead and add that too while we're at it. So do sudo nano. Whoops. There we go. All right. Whoops. There we go. So what was it? Friend zone portal.red. All right. Hit Control O to save. Control X. Whoops. Yeah, I already saved it. What are you doing? There we go. All right. Typed in that URL. This is, I believe, on port 80 because it is not requiring SSL there. And we did HTTPS, I believe. So, or HTTP. I'll do go faster. I'll pick user, share. We'll do word list. Oops, word list. I can't type, man. Word list. There we go. Use dirbuster, and I'll do small txt there. File extension PHP. Yeah, we can just leave it there, I guess. Oops, come on, man. Let me expand this just a little bit so I can see the start button. And we'll go ahead and start that. Let's see what all it might find. Okay, WordPress. So there's a WordPress site on here. WordPress. Whole lot of nothing. I hate it when they do that, man. They're trolling you at that point, I guess. Icons. Nothing really there. We can't even access it. It gives us a 403. While that's running, let me go ahead and add these to our notes too, just so I don't forget them. Oh, I guess I didn't copy them all. Meant to copy this one too, just for easy reference. Really curious about the uploads too. I'm gonna check that one out next. Oh, you got to be kidding me. They all same thing. That's hilarious. Not finding much there. That's all right. This may not be the route either. Not really sure. Find out though. Wonder if they have an HTTPS version of these too, though. Let me see. Looks like it. Oh, we have a login screen here. We do have a username and password, it looks like. Let me see if that works. So we have admin. And then let's try this password. Login. Login done. Visit dashboard.php. Okay. All right, we're making some progress. We got somewhere. We were able to use a username and password. Yeah, wasn't expecting that. I was expecting the same page to pop up. Honestly, that's pretty funny. Yeah, dude, exactly. They're trolling me. Like I feel like this is just gonna be like one large rabbit hole down this right here. Like, oh, cool, you logged in, but this goes nowhere. All right. Smart photo script for friend zone core. We are dealing with a beginner PHP developer, and the application is not tested yet. Default is image ID equals a dot .jpg and page name equals timestamp. I don't know what that means. Is that like a URL here? No. Image name parameter is missed. Let me see if there. Let me do the HTTPS for this on port 443 because that actually has things on here. So we'll do 443. Go ahead and start that. Yeah, so there's a login.php that we were just on. Let me see what else this thing finds. Dashboard, that's the one that we're currently on. It should be URL. Should be. That's what I was assuming, but image ID, like, I feel like it needs to be on another page if that makes sense, right? Like another, like, let me, because it's not taking us anywhere from here. It looks like, yeah, I don't, not sure here. Not sure. There's a timestamp.php, which is timestamp. I don't know. Let's see what that does. Timestamp.php. Final access timestamp. Question mark the rest of the URL. I think you're right. Let me try that. That's actually a good point. So we'll do question mark and then add on the rest of the URL. Ah, dude, you're a genius. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Yep. Yeah. Exactly it, man. That's awesome. Okay. Yeah. Been a while since I've messed with this type of stuff there, and the timestamp as well. Which, yeah, I see the same thing that we just saw from that timestamp thing there. So it's including an image now and the timestamp. So this makes me believe that there is local file inclusion there, right? Because page name equals timestamp, and we're going to that timestamp.php. So I'm actually going to test this out and we'll do slash etsy pass wd. Let's do, we can try that login.php, login.php. Maybe not, maybe not. It's definitely showing. Oh, maybe exclude the PHP. Let me try just dashboard, or not dashboard, but login. Wrong. Okay. What else was there? There's dashboard. Let me. Okay, so that is some kind of LFI. Just let me back out of that because that's just going to continue to load forever. That's some kind of LFI. Maybe if I can, let's see. Can you look at the page source? Good point. Let's look at it. Not showing much there other than what we already know. It's all just text. I'm trying to think of how we can leverage this. So I tried doing. Let me see if I can get an Etsy password doing this. Nope. All right. So it may not just be pulling that file for us. May not have the permissions to even view it as whatever user this is. It may not be able to back out of whatever folder it's in either. Not really sure. Ah, dude, yeah, you read my mind. That's funny. Trying to think here. Wait a minute. There was something we were able to upload files at. I wonder if let's see, test.txt, because I uploaded a file earlier. Wasn't there a URL directly to it? Where was that? No, not that. Oh yeah, I guess I can kill that for now. Which one was it? So there's files under Etsy files. Which one did I upload on? It was development, I think. Oh, wait a minute. Oh, do a PHP filter. I'll have to pull up my notes for that, man. It's been a little bit since I've done that, or maybe it'd only be getting PHP files. That's a possibility. That's a high possibility. Oh, I did a put on one of these. So I downloaded the creds from general, so it had to be the development there. That I ran the whatchamacallit on. So let's see if it works on development. Development. Or wait. I'm confusing myself real quick. Let me try Etsy files. See if it even pulls up anything on here. May have to pull up a good old Burp Suite. Yeah, nothing there. Okay. Let me try test.txt, the one that I uploaded. Nothing there. Okay. Let's see. Ellis Gunner, welcome back, brother. I earned my junior pen tester cert on Try Hack Me. Still haven't jumped over to HTB yet. Hey, man, go at your own pace. Don't try to like overload your brain by any means. This stuff does take time to learn. Just make sure you learn the basics and learn them well, as you go along. But that's awesome, dude. You're making awesome progress there. All right, let's see. I feel like it's got to do something with this upload. I just don't know where to go. Because I was able to upload to that development share, right? I was able to put, the test.txt, but where would I go for that? Etsy/development /test.txt, maybe? No. Oh, wait a minute. I don't even know that I had a test.txt. Let me double check that real quick. I guess I did, and it just says test. Okay. Let's see. You can confirm it if it's only getting PHP files by adding dashboard without the .php extension. And if it pulls up, then we all know it includes PHP. Yeah, that's exactly what I did earlier. I did the dashboard on there. The page name equals dashboard, and whenever I do this, it's going to load forever because it's going to keep repeating the same thing like over and over again. Oh, hold on. Now it's not doing it. It just did it a minute ago. Hold on. I feel like I broke something. There we go. So there's timestamp. Is dashboard capital D? Maybe that's what I did wrong. Maybe it's lowercase d. Linux machines, man. Yeah, see, it does the same thing over and over again. So this is just going to continuously load forever. Let me stop that. So it is pulling PHP files there. Perfect, spot on theory right there. I feel like we need to upload a reverse shell to the SMB. That's exactly what I'm thinking of. And actually, now that TTY ended up saying this with the PHP extension, I'm thinking, yep, you nailed it, dude. PHP reverse shell. That's what I'm thinking. We'll try it. We'll give it a shot here. Let me go to. Let me grab it from Pentest Monkeys. Man, this is awesome. I'd probably be stuck without you guys, TTY. And I don't know how to say your name there, man. I do apologize for that. But you've been a great help so far. This has been awesome. Guy, awesome. Yeah, man, I appreciate your help here. Alrighty, let's go into this. Let's go ahead and copy it. And then I'll make another one. Whoa, this is going so slow. I don't know why it's going so slow. Apologize. All right, copy. And then we'll do nano. Yep, Guy. Guy is your name. That is awesome, man. It's a good name. Good name. Actually, you're the second one that I've ever met with the name of Guy. That's pretty cool. Alrighty. Nano, we'll do. Actually, you know what? I'm going to use your name. We'll do guy.php. Alrighty. Let's go up to the IP address. Let's change that out for hours. Whoops. Little touchy there. All right. So our IP address is 10.10.16.17. I always change to 4444 due to the OSCP. If this doesn't work, though, we might try one of the common ports like 80 or 443 that we know are open. But generally speaking, on the easy boxes, you don't really have to worry about that. So I'll hit Control O to save this. Now let's see if we can upload that. I believe it was development. Yeah, development's the one that we put it on. So we'll do put guy.php. Make sure that's saved in there. It is. I wonder if it saves to this. Let me see. Oh, wait. I need to put up a listener first. How about we do that? NVLP. No, NC-NVLP. What am I doing? 4444. All right, we got a listener now. Let me try guy.php. See if that, nope, didn't do anything. So it's under development. The other one was Etsy. So we'll try Etsy/development/ what was it, guy.php. Nothing. What about files? What if it saved it to that? Nope. Wait, capitalization here. Let me make sure. Development was capitalized. What about the files? Files was capitalized. So Etsy/files, huh? Maybe just guy. Let's try development/guy. No, not PHP. Let me take off the PHP. Oh shit, it worked. Look at that, dude. You guys are awesome. All right. Who am I? Let's see. So okay. We are the web server there, that Apache server. All right, we finally got a foothold, man. Dude, that was about to drive me nuts, man. I'm glad you guys brought up both of this, right? Like adding the making sure that it's only PHP files, and then the PHP reverse shell that you brought up. That was spot on. That was perfect. Alrighty. So now let's get a lay of this. I'm gonna list out the home directory. So we have friend, a user friend apparently. See if we can get that user flag from him. Hey, sweet. Yeah, guy is really awesome with this. Yeah. That was completely awesome. I thought you said you were a little bit newer, guy. I feel like you know more than me at this point, man. All right, let me find our hack the box page that I had pulled up so that I can input that flag, submit that user. Boom. Hell yeah. Awesome. I mean, the exploit itself and all that stuff was like very, very easy, but getting there was not too easy, I want to say, just because all the enumeration we had to do. That was quite a bit, man. So I'll just rank it as that. All right, man. I'll take your word for it. Alrighty. So now, where do we go from here? So let me see if we can cat Etsy passwd file, which if you're not familiar with that, this used to store like all of the passwords for Linux. Passwd would have that, but then they found out that a lot of people were able to at least view this. Started learning only a few months ago, but I don't have a lot of time. Well, dude, it sounds like you're picking it up pretty quickly, man. That's pretty awesome. So yeah, the Etsy passwd file or password file, it used to contain the passwords or password hashes for Linux, which a lot of people would have access to, even as users. As you can see, I have access to it right now, and I'm uh, www data. So I'm actually like Apache, doing this. So it was a very easy way for hackers to do their privesc whenever they were actually in a system, or even if they were exploiting, web servers and stuff, or like SQL injection, things like that. They were able to, pull up the passwords. So what they did to combat that was create what they call the Etsy shadow file. The shadow file will actually look very, very similar to this, but it will also include the password hashes in it. And that is a secure file that nobody can access without any kind of admin privileges there. So anytime you're looking at this Etsy password file and you see this X here right after the username, that means that it's actually stored within that shadow file. Or that password hash, excuse me, is stored within that shadow file. Now you can leverage Etsy password if you have right permissions to it. You can leverage this to create another user, to also change your permissions to root, if you wanted to. But if you don't have those right permissions, it's kind of pointless. But it's always good to look this up to see what other kind of users are on this machine. So it looks like there's only that one extra user besides root, which is friend. I don't know. I didn't really see anything on their home directory here. Let me see. Bash history just goes to null. Bash logout, bash RC. No. Yeah, I'm not really seeing much of anything here. So actually, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna cheat a little bit, and I'm gonna use. I say it's cheating, but they actually let you use this on OSCP. I'm going to use a tool called LinPs, which stands for Linux Privilege Escalation, something. I forget what it is, but really, really good tool. I believe it is saved to my downloads. Let me double check that real quick. Yeah, so I do have a copy here for linps.sh. So I'm actually going to make a Python 3 server. We'll do port 8000. That's completely fine. And we'll use wget http, our IP address, which is 10. Oh, actually, before I do this, let me go to temp, because I won't be able to save on this home directory because I don't own it. Wait, I typed in the word temp, didn't mean to do that. You can also delete the X, I think. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, you can definitely delete it out, and then there wouldn't be a password associated if there wasn't anything within there. I doubt I have right permissions. I didn't even check, to be honest with you. But actually, let me check real quick before we go down this road. It's actually a good point. Uh-oh, didn't mean to do that. Not sure what I did there. There we go. Hotkeys, man. All right, we'll do ls la sw. Well, we'll just do Etsy. There we go. And so here is the shadow file. Obviously, we don't have read or write permissions to that. It is owned by root. And then we'll look for that password file, passwd. Yeah, so we only have read permissions to it. We don't have that W next to our user, right? So that's going to be root only. So we don't have write permissions to it, unfortunately. But oh, that's right. We're in the temp folder. Okay, so let me do wget. That's what I say, man. But some people were like, "Oh, that's cheating. You should probably do this manually, so you know what you're looking for." Well, I have done it manually. I had to do it manually for the OSCP. There's a lot of stuff that I had to do manually for that. I agree. LinPs is definitely not cheating. Definitely agree with that. So we'll do wget http. What is our IP address? It is 10, 10, 16, 17. And we are we have a server on port 8000, and we are trying to get linps.sh. Grab that, make sure it's in here. We'll do chmod +x linps.sh so that we can make that executable. And then we'll go ahead and run that. Let me go ahead and maximize the screen real quick so it shows up correctly. and let that run. Absolutely love this tool. Saves you so much time. I do have like pretty much all of the scripts that it's running. I have most of those commands saved in my notes from having to do this type of stuff manually. All right, that was quick. I'm gonna scroll up to the top and kind of work my way down here. A little too far. All right. So if you've never used LinPs before, it runs a ton of enumeration scripts. Anything that shows up in red, yellow like that, 99% chance that's your privilege escalation vector. Anything in red, you might want to take a closer look at it because you might be able to exploit just depending on what is available in there. So we'll kind of scroll down and look for those red and red yellow. And after you've used this quite a bit and you've run, some of these commands before, you'll kind of see a lot of stuff that initially you're like, okay, that's red. Let me take a good look at that. But you'll start to see the same things over and over again on certain operating systems. So if you use this on WinP or use the WinPs version, which is for Windows, the same type of thing. You'll kind of start to see a lot of the same services and whatnot running that would normally run on those computer or on those hosts. It would be considered cheating if it did auto exploitation. Yeah, to a certain extent. So I'm not the strongest at like SQL injection, for instance. So if I were to run SQL map and it auto exploits it for me, I'm still going to consider that a win. Though you can't use that on some of the exams. Completely understandable as to why. But yeah, I would say if you're doing a cert, yes, it's definitely considered cheating if it does auto exploit. If you're not doing a cert, you're doing it in real life. Why not automate everything, right? All right. Yeah, I didn't see anything there. Not seeing much here. Port 53. So there is a service running on port 25 and 953 that's local. Isn't that what POC are for to automate the exploits for? Yeah, I mean, essentially. Yeah. If I can't figure it out, I'm not going to spend that much time like working on it. If somebody's already done it, why reinvent the wheel, Absolutely. Why to waste time? Yeah, definitely don't want to waste any time. Time is valuable. Time is definitely currency, in my opinion. Not seeing much here. Completely fine. Backup tools, all that's normal. Hmm, didn't really see much here. Let me take another look here. Um, my dog is going crazy right now. I guess there's somebody outside just barking up a storm. Let's see what all root is running. Actually, let's see all these processes here. So, well, we can see our linpiece process. It actually picked it up. It's kind of funny. Let's see. That that's our reverse shell there. I don't see root running anything crazy that we might be able to leverage. I know it's highlighted in red, but not really seeing much there. Mm, 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 mm. Not sure. Not sure. I might just have to start doing some digging. Completely fine. Completely fine. Cool. All right, well, let's do some digging in here then. Let's kind of poke around, see what we can find. I know that, let me see if we can go to the Etsy files. Let's see if there's anything else in there. No, we can't CD it in that. Can we list it maybe? No such file or directory. Oh, no wonder I couldn't access it then. What about development? Oops. We'll do ls-la/etsy development. Okay, so there's our reverse shell and test.txt, but there's nothing in there that would give us any kind of leverage on anything. I really didn't see anything else here though. I'm curious about these ports here. So 953 and port 25. 25 is usually SMTP, so some kind of mail. We did see an email address earlier for a different domain there. A little confusing. That might just be one of those things that is a rabbit hole. Let me see. Nothing really interesting. Maybe creds and web config. Ooh. Yeah, maybe they did password reuse. That's a very, very good point. And this, whatever this is, I don't know what this is yet, but so what was the name? It was, so we have a user named friend. Let's see if we can it was friend, right? Let me double check that. Yeah, friend. Okay, so we'll SU friend. Let me grab a let me strengthen the shell a little bit. I'm just pulling from my notes here. So offensive shell commands. Let's go ahead and run this one. There we go. Let me grab that password again. Try that. All right. Friend. Password. Paste. Nope. Let's try root. Let's see if it's that easy. Nope. Damn. That was a good approach. That was a good thought. Let me think. There's no processes that like stand out to me that would nothing that I can think of there. You'll see this exact same thing. A lot of people always think they have a password whenever they see this right here. This is just going to be standard on every Apache server. Privilege escalation, writable files, Samba files, os.py. What is that? Oh wait. I don't know what os.py is. Some kind of Python script here that Lynn Pease saw might be interesting. What was it called? Shit. Started with an O. os.py. Now, what is this? Oh, that's a lot. All right. Slow it down. All righty. Routines for NT plus 6, depending on what system we're on. Yeah, I don't know what this is. Some random Python script. Maybe run PSPY. Yeah, have not used that tool in a while. I don't even know if it's on this instance. Let me see. I might have to download it. PSPY. Whoops, PSP. Yeah, we'll go ahead and install it. It's been a long time since I've used that. We can give it a shot. All right. Oh, I'll probably have to download. I have to install it on the thing. What am I doing? Pull up Firefox here, and we'll do download PSPY download. Oh man, excuse me. Oh, my nose is burning. All right. PSPY. Yeah, it said Limpy said that it was writable, but I don't know what it does. Like I don't know what it goes to or anything. Actually, I didn't even see who owns it. Let me see what the permissions are on that. But no idea what it does. I didn't do a code review. It is owned by Root. So that might be something there. And it is readable, writable, and executable from us. Might be able to leverage that. I'm not sure, man. That's I'm kind of liking the way that looks there. So os.pyc. I don't know what pyc is, but the friend owns that. Huh. That's interesting. Yeah, that's funny. I said that. You said it at the same time. That is very interesting. I just don't know how to leverage that. It is owned by Root. Looks like it can be run by Root, but we can't run anything as Root right now with our permissions because we are again just the Apache server technically. What was I download? PSPY. Let me copy that. We'll use git clone. We'll get that in there. We'll go to cd pspy. I forget the name of the. What is it called? Actually, no. Let me. I think it's like a dot. It should be a Python file, right? They should have one instead of downloading from the releases. That's the word I was trying to think of. There should be releases there. There we go. Yeah, there we go. Okay. So now I'll just need to transfer this over to our attack machine and then run it. Man, it's been a while since I've used this. I can just exit out of this actually. And that is in our downloads. So let me go to downloads. We are already running server on it. So that's perfect. Let me go to the temp folder. And I will do wget http our IP address, which is 10, damn it, 10, 10, 16, 17 on port 8000. And what is the name of that again? It was PSPY64S. PSPY 64S. We will run chmod, make it executable. Might need to compile it. Oh man. Hmm. Trying to think here. Trying to think here. Oh, wait a minute. We got some. So if it's running in the background, then we can modify it to gain a reverse shell. And PSPY could show if the Python file is being executed. But it looks like we're having some compiling issues here with that release version. I believe that was the only ones they had, right? I tried this one. Let me try the 64. Yeah, we'll try the 64 version. I want to start off by letting everyone know that I am a black man. That's cool, Smiles. Welcome to the live stream. I appreciate you being here. Appreciate the support. Alrighty. We got we'll do wget http. We'll do 10, 10, 16, 17, and we're just going to try a different version because it may not be this version that is compatible because obviously we're having compiling issues there. Port 8000, we'll do PSPY64, no S. We'll download that. Let's see, ls. Okay, perfect. So we will chmod, make that executable. Plus X and PSPY64. Okay, yep, that worked. It's doing something here. Oh, I'm getting pinged in the background there. All right, let's see. Yeah, not seeing much here. Looks like it's still running. So PSPY is essentially a Python script, or it shows all of the processes that are currently running. Actually, yeah, LS Gunter kind of helped out with that. So command line tool designed to monitor processes on Linux systems without requiring root privileges. Yeah, well stated, much better than my explanation there. And it shows the processes that is being run every minute or so. Yep. So basically what we're doing is letting it run to see if there's any other processes that might kind of pop up that are just being run from time to time, which I have a feeling that os.py that we saw might be running from time to time, and if we're able to leverage that, we can and hopefully we can get it to run as root so that we can essentially change whatever's written in there to uh, create a reverse shell and run as root, right? But I'm not seeing it, or I'm not seeing any of the other or any other kind of thing running here. Okay, and I spoke too soon. Okay, TTY, yeah, you better be at my live streams like every Monday, dude, because you just thoroughly helped me out with that. I probably wouldn't have ran PSPY had you not mentioned it, to be honest. So I really appreciate that, man. So it looks like there is something running here, reporter.py, and it runs bin sh-c ops server. So we'll check out. I'm actually going to have to re-exploit here to get another shell because I got to cancel this. Yep. Okay. We'll go ahead and re-exploit. All right, let's go to, it was just Guy under Etsy development. Boom. Let me go ahead and grab that uh, command here so that we can strengthen our shell. Go ahead and paste that in. Boom. Okay. Now we need to go to, what is that? /opt server admin reporter.py. Let's cat that out. Let's see what this does. All right. So import OS to address admin at friendzone.com from address admin2 at friendzone.com. Import OS. Yep. Yeah, I believe you're right. Yeah, so that os.py is absolutely going to be that module for OS. Why it's located in that specific area like that, like I've never seen it like that. Like usually it's tucked away in like one of those random like folders for Python. Uh, yeah. Let's see. I need to edit the script later. Saying, hey, we share a common name. That's great. Except I am not a Python developer. I did take a few Python classes in college. It was awesome. Made some really cool tools, but definitely not a developer. I wouldn't call myself that. All right. So yeah, it imports the operating system. So from there, the OSPY. So okay. Let me copy this so I don't forget it. Just gonna add that. I did forget where the os.py was. I believe that was in the Python 2 folder. Let me double check that. I know it was in linps here. Yeah. So Python 2.7. Okay. Oh, I guess it was tucked away in one of those things. I don't know. Like I'm not used to seeing that. That's a little weird to me. All right. So let's go to I might actually have to look this up on how to leverage that. Let me cd into that real quick. And then we will cat out the os.py. Let's pull up Google, actually. OSPY, not exploit. What do I need? I need like hijack, right? Like module hijack. Might help if I can spell, right? Module hijack exploits. Python library hijacking. Yep. Python library. Dude, you called it right there. As soon as I pulled that up, that was hilarious. Found a blog on it. That is perfect. Hopefully this isn't a write-up for what we're doing. Sometimes they do that. Okay. I just need to know like how to add this in if I'm doing that. Yep. Oh, you think this is a write-up for this one? I haven't seen the thing though. Like this looks pretty different than what was in there. Import OS define. Okay. Yeah, I didn't want to look up a walkthrough for it, but yeah, this doesn't seem to be one. Uh, okay, let me read through this a little bit. Mm, I think we have the first scenario. I can't understand anything you're saying. I went outside to smoke a bowl, and what's on this page? It came. Yeah, dude. Well, I appreciate you being here, man. Every view helps. Hope you hope you got a good buzz from that bowl, man. That's hilarious. Let's suppose we have a Python script that imports Space64 module. Okay. Check the permissions. So we do have writable permissions. Okay. The Voyager. What's up, brother? How you doing? So what we're doing is a machine on hackthebox.com called Friend Zone. It's a easy Linux machine, and we're basically just hacking it, man. We have a foothold right now, so we have access to the machine. Right now, we're just trying to privilege escalate up to root access or administrative access. Welcome to the live stream. Appreciate you being here, man. You got any questions or anything? Please feel free to drop them in the chat there. All right. So if we add in, so the base 64 encode function with that file must be edited in order to execute a system command such as who am I, but how do we edit it is what I'm asking. That's, hmm. Let me see if there's another one, man. Nano OSPY. Yeah. So I know that we have to edit something in there. I just don't know how to edit, right? Like what am I adding in there? I know a reverse shell, but how is the application that is run like every minute or so? How is that going to read when it's importing that module, right? Like it's just importing it, but it's not necessarily like executing it, right? Like I need to figure out the syntax for it to make it execute once it's actually run, and that's the part that I'm a little fuzzy on there. Let's look at the file again. Yeah. Cool. Even though I have no idea what what that is, what would be the best route to learn to code for beginners? Even though I have no experience. Great question, actually. Uh, I'm drawing a blank on the name of the website. Let me see if I can Google it real quick. Code Academy. That was the name of it. So Code Academy is a really good site for learning coding, how to use that in college and whatnot a few times. If you're looking for more of the cybersecurity aspect, I would recommend going to tryhackme.com or even hackthebox.com, the one that I just showed you. Uh, they have everything from regular machines that you can hack. They have different challenges. They actually have an academy here that you can learn certain things like step by step from. Really great resources. So this, and then also, oops, try hack me. This site right here is phenomenal. They have really in depth, pretty much everything you can think of. So yeah, man, this Code Academy and Hack the Box, I would definitely recommend taking there. The base 64 module in Python would be OS Python. Okay. Check on the first title that's being run. I think we need to see what function it is calling. Yes, exactly. Then check to see what is running with the. Oh, yep. Yeah. Yeah. You guys are Yeah, definitely on the same mind there. All right, so let me look up that other. Let me cat that out real quick. Saved it on our notes here. So reporter.py. Yeah, it sounds like it, man. You were on it. All right, so we'll do ls or no cat. We need to cat out that cat. Oh well, it might help if I we'll do that. There we go. Right here, os OS system command. Now, yeah, I think you were right because let me go back to that other. Where was that other one that we just looked at? There it is. I think they mentioned the exact same thing here with the who am I, right? Yeah, so the OS system, who am I? So we should just be able to, if I'm not mistaken, we should just be able to input like a reverse shell in there, right? Like, let me. So like we'll do nano. What is this called? os.py. We can do something like shit. I'm trying to think, man. Might actually use Chat GPT for that. Cheat a little bit. No. Let's see. This is the bad part is I'm actually pretty decent at Python, but this is a huge freaking Python script, man. Let's see. Either a Python reverse shell or have it call another OS dot system to run a bash reverse shell. I don't have my own course yet. I'm actually currently recording those. They're going to be up on the website soon. The website's savagehack.com if you want to take a look at that. I don't have anything yet, but soon to come. Probably next quarter of this year, I'll have some materials up. You can use a payload of all things reverse shell. Maybe modify a bit, but it'll work. Okay. So what I'm wondering is let's go to like revshell.com, right? So let's do revshells.com. Why is this not working? Okay, let me see if I can access it on my Windows machine. Rev shells. Okay, working on here for some reason. All right. All right, so we have our IP address, our port number. So what I'm wondering is like if I were to take this, right, and just place it in as a Python script called os.py, which I have open here. If I were to put this in, is it actually going to run? Is what I'm confused about. So let me test it. I mean, why not just test it, right? Yeah, man, I appreciate that. I appreciate that. Yeah, if there's anything specific that you ever want me to like touch on to any of these live streams or whatever, any specific areas you might want to learn on, please let me know, man. I can definitely record some videos or even do them, live. If I have enough time to prep ahead of time for those labs. All right. So, all right, we have our reverse shell there. So I need to upload that os.py to that folder. I don't see how it's really using os.py, but maybe just put a reverse shell there and see how it goes. He said, no, it won't. Yeah, that's what I'm wondering, like, because it's importing it, but I'm not seeing it. Most I've ever done is DDoS people off of Call of Duty. Yeah, let's not publicly admit stuff like that, man. uh, trying to keep it ethical here. os.py. So I think you should just try it. Yeah, yeah. Let's give it a shot, man. What's the worst that could happen, right? Actually, let me save. Oh, you think I need to modify the actual thing specifically? Okay. Yeah. All right. Let me see. I'm just man, I'm just baffled. Like, how is it? Hmm. I'm just not sure of the syntax to use here. This has to be the way. Like this, I feel like this has to be it. Because why else would we have write access to this file? It's being called in another script. Let's give it a try. No syntax. Okay. So before we do that, I'm going to make a copy of this. You need to look for specific function it's calling. Yeah, so let me save a copy of this just in case we need to actually leverage this specific thing here. Yeah, because that is quite a bit. But yeah, so command equals. Well, let's first try to confirm it works with something simple, such as having it to make a file. Trying to see if there's anything obvious sticking out here. I haven't done anything yet, man. I was just reading back through. Uh, Trying to see if there was anything obvious that sticks out here. It's just defining a lot of functions. I'm not seeing any functions that would be of use there, though. Hmm. All right, yeah. Screw it. Let me just copy this. Let's see, 10, 10, 16, 17. Look for OS system in the OS Python. We need the specific function, not any. Yeah. So it's importing the OS, right? And then it's using os.system command, right? So I'm not seeing that function within the script itself though. Unless I just completely missed it. Yeah, yeah, and that's what I was looking for in here, but I'm not seeing it. Yep. That's what I was going through. I might have just missed it. OS path, make directory, remove directory, renames. But in the other file, I don't see it calling it. So I did, yeah. I in the other file, it's right here. Like it even listed out that that's what's going to be calling whenever it imports because you have the command and then I'm pretty sure, yeah. I'm just not seeing the function for whatever reason. I just might have missed it though. I could be completely way off here. Spawn. Oh man, this is frustrating. What's up, man? You said please. Just copy, update, return, delete. Uh-oh, didn't mean to do that. Alrighty, cool. I just froze it. Let me re-exploit. Yeah, I'll run grep to. I'll run grep to get more of a better search on there. So guy PHP. Yeah, man. I see your messages. Sorry, dude. I wasn't clicking on over there. Yeah, I'm gonna try that. I'm gonna run grep real quick to see if I can find that function within there. And if not, man, I'm just gonna full send, right? And we'll see if it executes that way. let me strengthen my shell again because I screwed that up. Had to re-exploit to get that foothold again. And $2.7. Okay, so we'll need to. I'm going to copy os.py to the temp folder. Okay, and then let's do wget http. Oh man, yeah. Sorry, dude. I'm trying my best right now, man. I feel like just like TTY said, like I feel like I'm overthinking it as well. Sorry, definitely not trying to keep you up, man. I know how important sleep is. All right, let's see. 10, 10, 16, 17. We are on port 8000, and we need, what was it called? os.py. File not found. I thought I put it. Oh, it's not in the downloads. That's why. Shit. Downloads. Let me terminate that. Let's open it up here. Python 3. Cool. I'm trying to upload that os.py that we made into there to see if that'll execute. So I'm trying to get it over to the attack machine. Uh-oh. Did I just close it out? I did. I didn't mean to close it out. Damn it. There we go. We got this. We got this. Jesus. All right. So cd / what was it? User lib python 2.7 wget http 1617 port 8000 os.py. Wait, it saved it as .1. I thought I moved it. Let me see. ls/temp. os.py is in there, so let me remove rm dash. We'll do rf. Jesus. os.py. Then there we go. Okay, so cat os.py. So we got a reverse shell in there. Let's see if it works. While we're doing that, yeah, let me grep that out and see. So we'll do cat tmp os.py, and then we'll pipe that into grep. And let's look for, what were system? System. I think that was at the very top of that script here. And I may just cheat, man. I may just use Chat GPT. yeah. Trying to use grep to find that specific function. Let me go to the top. Dear God, there it is. Yeah, so let me check our still nothing there. Yeah, let me pull up Chat GPT. Let me see what it says. Have a os.py file that is writable. Need to add reverse shell. ChatGPT is amazing for stuff like this, man. Hopefully we can figure this out. This is supposed to be an easy machine. I feel like I'm just like way overthinking it. Like I don't know. It's all in Python, so I figure like a Python script should be easy with that. Okay, so it's saying to basically create our own function within it, which makes complete and total sense. So let me try and do that. Let's do nano os.py. Actually, we need. Nah, screw it. It's fine. I'm actually just gonna copy and paste what they have there on ChatGPT. I don't need to automatically run it because we can't automatically run it, right? Automatically run the reverse shell when it's imported. Okay, yeah, that's exactly what we need to do. So ChatGPT is basically saying to use this syntax here, right? So we're defining that reverse shell. We have our host set up with our IP address that we'll need to replace in there, port number. We are using these sockets so that we can have that connection. And then while true, let's see. Exceptions as E pass, silently handle errors and detection. Yep. Okay. This makes sense. See, the issue I was having, like with this whole thought process, is it's only being imported, right? It's not like that other. It's not like that other Python script was actually running, os.py with some parameters, right? It was just importing the module itself, and that I've never actually messed with before. I I import modules all the time. Like when making a Python script, I know it's calling those certain functions in there. I just don't know specifically how it's calling those functions, and it wasn't very explanative like within that script either. So that's what I was having this trouble with. Because I never would have guessed to actually import other modules included within there. But anyway, let's see. What did guy say? Chat GPT. Yeah, exactly. I try not to use it, but in cases like this, man, like I just don't know enough, and it would take me probably a few hours to kind of develop that. But define system, etc. Yeah. Alrighty. So let me go ahead and try this then. Let me go ahead and so in theory, whenever this runs or gets imported, then it should run a reverse shell. So we'll do 10.10.16.17. In theory, I mean, this could be way off. This could be way wrong too. I don't know. We'll do port number 4444. We'll go ahead and save that. Let's go ahead and start up that Python server again. I enjoy the challenge of trying to figure these out, but man, I will use walkthroughs until I feel comfortable being able to do this. So yeah, I and that's okay, man. It's completely okay to use them. I've been doing this for a while now, so I try to tend not to use them, but every once in a while, dude, I'll get stuck, especially on the very very difficult ones, because I want to understand how their thought process was with that. Like how would you think to come to that conclusion, or how did you actually exploit? Because I've tried everything under the sun, still couldn't get it to work. You will have to walk with the master until you become the master. Yeah, exactly it, dude. Add my own function of system there. Let me try this real quick. I'm gonna see if this works. If that doesn't, I'll try adding that function within the script there. Whoa, didn't mean to do that. All right. We got way too many windows open right now. Oh my god, stop. Okay. We need wget http. Actually, no, we need to remove the other one first. So rm-rf os.py. Cool. It's auto running because it's not in a function. That yeah, I feel like I need to do some more reading on that. It's one of those things, right? Like even in my college classes. Oh, come on, dude! You got to be kidding me. My stuff is freezing up. You. Oh, I hate this so much. Whoa, hold on. I just got something here. Oh, never mind. It's yeah, okay. It's our same thing. Never mind. It's because I closed out the other connection. My computer is actually freezing up a little bit there. All right, let me try this again. Oh, you know what? I probably need to make that executable too, huh? Um, CSMod plus X os.py. Yeah, I moved the other one, so I can move it back and then edit off of that one. I don't know how often this is running though. I didn't even catch that when I ran PSPY. I'm hoping it's every minute because maybe I don't know. We'll see. We'll see what happens here. No, let's see if we can find it. How often it's running. Of course, we're not going to be able to see it because it's root. I just want to see how often it's running. All right, so it's not going to let me use Nano. I don't want to use Vim because I always get stuck in that and end up having to like back way out of it. So I might just use Echo, but I'll need to craft that first. Hmm. Man, this is a tough one, dude. Set a timer 5 minutes. If nothing happens, it didn't work. Yeah, exactly it. Uh, Need to import sub process to execute the shell. And that's what I'm getting at, man. Is like I'm getting a little stuck on like the syntax for that. I'll definitely look that up. Hey, Cisco's Computer Tech, what's going on, brother? How you doing? Thanks for tuning in here. Why import sub process? So he's talking about adding in like essentially that process for system, but again, like it's coming down to that syntax of it. It's confusing me a little bit, and it's starting to frustrate me. Probably gonna use Chat GPT. I don't know, man. This may not even be the thing. Like this may be just one rabbit hole that we're just kind of jumping down. Yep. Yeah. Exactly. It, man. Exactly. I try to figure it out by myself sometimes, but sometimes I'm just not knowledgeable enough. So actually, that's probably what I'm going to do. I'm just not knowledgeable enough on importing the module. Like I know how to import modules in Python, like very simple process, but how the scripts and everything that I make actually interact with it to call, like it's a little fuzzy there, man. So actually, yeah, let me pull up Chat GPT again. Okay, TTY because you can't run Netcat or Bash with Python. That's true. I use a large language module on my machine when I want to craft code that is quote unquote malicious. Yeah, that's awesome. Yeah, I want to do that. I just haven't gotten around to it yet. But that's very interesting. I might actually have to link up with you on that to get more insight with it. I'm also learning all this right now. That's awesome, dude. You've been a awesome help with this. I appreciate you. Love your vids. Can you teach me to the great Lord Master of all hackers? Yeah, I don't know about that, man. I try. I try. ChatGPT told me all of that now. Oh wow. Yeah, man. Let me look that up. What did we call it? We called it module hijacking, right? Yeah, module Python module hijacking. What's the box name? I'm gonna try it. Yeah. So it's called Friend Zone. It is a retired machine. I said at the beginning, I can't do any of the active ones. They have to be retired if I'm going to do live stream. But yeah, it's called Friend Zone. Let's hope not, man. I don't want anybody's infrastructure to fail or fall. Yeah, I absolutely do. I haven't messed with it as much as I would like to, but yeah, I have one. I have all kind of hacking tools, man. I got the Wi-Fi Pineapple. I have the Hacker Zero. I have all kinds of stuff, man. I just don't get to use it as much as I would like. Usually too busy with work. Let me go back to something here. Let's go to I'm gonna run this again. I wanted to see something within here. You work for IT Corp, doing networking. What made you get into this? Actually, I don't. So I work for a rather large cybersecurity company. I don't want to mention the name. I don't like mixing the two. Uh, but I originally was in the Air Force for a little over 10 years doing physical security with security forces. Uh, got my degree while I was in there in cybersecurity and ended up getting out, went into the Air Force Reserves where I do networking for the Air Force Reserves, network infrastructure. And then on my actual main job, again, I work for a large cybersecurity company. Not really going to mention like what I do there, but yeah, it does kind of revolve around this in some capacity. And then yeah, so like a lot of this was just hobby for me, and then I started, actually getting certs and whatnot. Realized like I was decent at picking up a lot of the concepts, but a lot of this I haven't done in a very long time. So I'd like to, or I actually started the stream again to try and pick back up, kind of where I left off with that because I don't necessarily get to do this on a daily basis. Do you have Maker Focus's Wi-Fi watch? No, I don't. Alice, what's going on? How you doing? All right, let's see. Trying to index Tor. Oh wow, that seems like a lot. Just doing a hack the box. Trying to do this priv-esque on it, and I am just stuck with the syntax that I'm trying to use. And now it looks like my Kali needs restarting. It just froze up on me. I wasn't able to do anything, so bear with me while I try to pull this back up. I do apologize. That is one thing about Kali, man. It is not the most stable, right? Uh, Definitely don't want to use this on your daily distro. Of course. What is going on right now? Oh, nope. There he goes. Okay. I think we're good. I think we're good. Oh, I can't even type in my own password right now. That's great. Oh, this is getting frustrating. Oh, right on, dude. That's awesome. I'm trying to get in the field. Would love to connect this somehow. Was going to apply to Northrop Grumman or Gov, but also got in trouble as a kid, so I don't know. So the thing that I learned about the uh, trust levels and with the government and whatnot, like getting a secret clearance, top secret clearance, and whatnot. It's not really about what you've done; it's about how much you're willing to admit that you've done, and that open trust level with them, right? So if you go in there and you're lying on a polygraph and stuff like that, you're not going to get it right. But if you openly admit, hey, this is what I've done, this is when I did it, this is how many times I've done this, blah blah blah, and you're just open and upfront with them, that's the trust that they're looking for right there. So you'll have a higher chance of actually getting a security clearance that way. They're just leveraging or trying to see what anybody else could probably leverage to get a to blackmail you with. Essentially, they want to make sure that they know literally everything about you. So yeah, Guffield's a good way to go, man. I have a lot of contacts in there due to the Air Force and whatnot, but I also work with them at my current civilian job as well. About to do the box, test out my own theory. Yeah, yeah. Let me know, man. Let me know if you get that to work. Let me get logged back into their VPN real quick. So let me go to my desktop. Whoops. Oh, dude, if you're fluent in Russian, that is phenomenal. Yeah, Gov would pick you up like in a heartbeat with that, man, especially with everything that's going on. Yeah, that that would be a good route. John, what's going on, my man? Integrity is the key to getting clearance. Yeah, absolutely. Hey, I appreciate you jumping on here, man. All right, so let's try and re-exploit real quick. Go ahead and get that shell. What am I looking for? We're going to strengthen that shell. Okay. All right, let me go ahead, start up another listener, right? So we'll do netcat NVLP 4444. Actually, let me change up that. No, we'll leave it at that. It's fine. Never mind. All right. Start simple, but do something. Yeah, absolutely, man. Absolutely. All right, let's see. So it's running on a cron job, right? Like it has to be. Because it's running like every what was it, like minute or so that we saw. Yeah, I need to definitely change that. Uh Hold on. I'll have to change that port number there. Completely fine. We'll adjust as needed. So I let me go into the user library and then Python 2.7. Let me remove that os.py that we created, and then I will copy that original one back there into user library Python 2.7, not 3, 2.7, and then as os.py. Oh. All right. Oh, because I spelled Python wrong. Remember, folks, it helps to spell correctly in Linux. Python 2.7/os.py. Boom. Okay, so now it's back in there. I know you were talking about defining a function in there, but it is running on a cron job. So why can't we just leverage that? Again, reverting to Chat GPT, we're going to see what it says. No need to get a function. So feel like you are missing or it doesn't show half my messages. Yeah, I'm not sure, man. These are the last messages that I just got from you saying no need to get a function. Hmm. I'm just very, very confused about that, man. You need to put a shell in there or try something simpler like before. No need to look at this file. Uh, so you're talking about just adding in a function into here, right? Like that's what I'm getting from that. Just change the os.py. No. So I did that before. I tried changing the os.py into a reverse shell, but apparently that didn't work. Not adding a function. Let me see. Let me cat out what it was. So we created a function within there like that. So I get what you're saying. Like it needs to be something that Python can execute, right? But if they're importing this, this is all within Python. I mean, this whole thing is within Python. Give me like 10 minutes. I'll hop on the box to try to root it. All right, man. I appreciate that. Struggling today, dude. I am struggling. I was hoping to be done by now. And now I've been keeping Guy up way past way past his bedtime. It's like what, 2:30 in the morning for you now? I'm sorry, man. Okay, yeah. Let me try that again then. So run a simple server. Let me copy this original one over though to temp. Temp os.py. There we go. So now we use wget http 10.10.16.17 on port 8000 os.py. Oh wait, shit! I got to remove it first because I just copied it. I didn't move the whole thing. So rm-rf os.py. Cannot type today. 8000 os.py. All right, man. Let us. Let's make it executable, right? And I'll let that run, dude. But I don't know. Like I feel like I'm missing something here. Something just blatantly obvious. Does it still have root privileges if you made a new one? Oh, well, it it wouldn't need root privileges, right? Because the script running is running as root already. So it would already have all of that, right? Uh, hmm. Yeah, maybe I screwed the pooch on that, man. But I feel like it still wouldn't need that, right? Because this is just a script, and the other script is running this one as root. Alrighty, sounds good, brother. So I feel like either way, it wouldn't need that because it's being run as root regardless of who actually owns it. Trying to see what Chat GPT says. It's not really giving me much. Might look into it a little bit further. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's the case, and it doesn't look like it's actually connecting here. So that may be the wrong approach here. I'm thinking that this thing is all wrong, which I'm trying to get Chat GPT to kind of help me out with. Hopefully, All right. It's not really giving me it's not giving me much either. I just need to get better with this syntax here. All right. So I typed in chat GPT. I was like, this cron job is happening repeatedly from that Python script. I was like, it's importing the os.py. So it's saying that we could actually I'll just pull it over here. Whoa, it's freaking out on me. It's saying that we could actually just pull this, right? Make a script like that to overwrite whatever cron job it is. I'm not able to actually see the cron jobs, but can you cat the OSPY file to be sure? Let me see, man. Let me see what Chat GPT is gonna have me do real quick. Let's see. We'll do the py, and then I will nano os.py. Let's try this. May not work. Uh-oh. Copy that, add it again there. Oh, come on. My antivirus is blocking it anytime I copy it. That's hilarious. Oh, that's so funny. Let me try doing it this way. Nope. All right, man. Let me try this then. I'll do shell equals. We'll do that roots rm. That is hilarious. Oh, we got to change our IP address and port number in there. Actually, I'll keep that port number as 4445 so we don't confuse our two entry 16, 17. So that we don't confuse from our initial foothold there. You're just making it overcomplicated. I think what we tried. I tried that, man. Like it's still running too, and it's still not picking up anything. But again, like it's running on a cron job, so how can we leverage that? Like, let's see if we can actually uh overwrite that cron job, right? Instead of running that specific thing over again, it's going to run or that specific script over again. It's going to run our script here. So let me try that, and we'll listen on. I'll keep this one pulled up, and then I'll pull up another one for 4445. But let's try Python, simple server. Oh, dude, like I am by no means am I a coder. I'm just trying to do a hack the box thing here. I do code a little bit, like a little bit, but nothing like anything that would go into kind of production or whatnot. Yeah, we're just doing a hack the box right now. It's called Friend Zone. It's an easy box on Hack the Box. Appreciate you joining the live stream though, man. This has been awesome. Alrighty, let's see. Let's go to our library again. So user library Python 2.7. We'll remove that os.py and we will import ours, which is wget http. We'll do 10, 10, 16, 17, port 8000, os.py, and then we will do chmod plus x os.py. We'll make that executable. Now we wait again. Hopefully this will work. Man, I apologize for picking one that was ridiculously like long. Hopefully this works. Hopefully we're near the end here. Can also just copy the flag without getting a shell. What do you mean by that? Import a subprocess. uh, yeah, but so I get that. While I get that, if you go for any of your certifications, like OSCP, for instance, you need more than just grabbing the flag by bypasses like that. You need to actually get an interactive shell as the administrator to pass. So I try to avoid things like that. I might just do that in this case, man. But yeah, I am getting fairly frustrated with this thing. Yeah, I mean I'm trying. We'll see if this works. I don't know. I really have no idea. I'm almost to the point of actually looking up the walkthrough on this one, man. It's stumping me. Hopefully, we'll see. Let me run. I'm gonna run this again and see if it runs. So this is the os.py that I just uploaded in there. If that's the one, or are you looking for the original one? So as soon as it runs on here, I'll know whether or not it worked, right? Instead of having to guess at like how much time it's taking. Got the one on the machine, make sure it's really changed. Well, I'll have to re-exploit to do that. It definitely changed though because I removed the old one and then I added that one and then I made it executable. It would have given me an error message had I tried to make it executable. It would have said that there was no file there after I removed the other one. So it's definitely in there. I really hope it's not like a 5-minute limit on this thing. We're just stuck here, just staring at each other, man. I'm not sure your code will work. I'm not sure either, dude. It's what Chat GPT gave me. Uh, I'm just trying to test out different ways because I tried another way, or I tried the other way that it gave me too. Yep. See, yeah, it just ran. We don't have anything there. Huh? How about that? Alrighty. The shell at the start was good. It didn't run though, man. I don't understand. Try to read back through. Hmm. I just came back. See you still at it. Heard you mention ChatGPT. Have you tried using Claude AI? It's amazing for coding. No, but let me look that up real quick. I have not heard of it. Uh, I'll have to check it out later. I just put it in my browser so that I'll remember, man. I appreciate you sharing that, though. I'll definitely check that out. And wait like now to make sure it's changed. All right. Yeah, let me so we'll cat out user library uh Python 27 os.py. Yeah, see, it definitely changed it. It definitely changed it to what I had there. Hey, thanks for joining the show. How you doing? So you think just a basic Python shell in there? Is that what you're saying? Just put a basic Python shell in that os.py? Awesome, man. Glad to hear that. What I did at the start, but what I did at the start didn't work last time. I'll try it again, man. That was actually from ChatGPT. Let me pull that back up. So this was here it is. I found it. All right. So you're talking about this reverse shell, right? Just want to make sure this is what you're asking for. Yeah, I'm trying to, man. I'm doing a hack the box right now. Like we have a foothold on it. I'm trying to do Privest, but man, is it's stumping me right now. I know how I know what to do. It's just how to do it. I'm trying to get there. But luckily, some of these people are helping me. Guy here, he's been helping me along the way as well as TTY. Okay, yeah, cool. Let me retry this one then. Yeah, dude. I every once in a while, man, they'll stump me. Like usually, I'm pretty decent at them, and it's supposed to be an easy box. That's why I picked it. But yeah, stuff happens. All right, so let me change the IP address in this, and we'll send that over and try and run it. Let's go 10, 16, 17, and I'll do port 4445 for this. Save that, exit out. Let's run a Python server, port 8000. What directory am I in? So I need to go to user library, Python 2.7. We'll go ahead and remove the OS that's in there, the os.py script. So now it's not in there at all. And then we'll use wget http. Yep. So I did use linpeas earlier. It kind of led me to where we're at now with this OS module, this Python module. We found a script that runs like every minute or so as root. We can't edit that specific Python script. However, we can edit the OS module that it's leveraging. So that's the route that we're trying to go right now. It's just a matter of trying to find out like what syntax will work to leverage that uh, reverse shell to actually run or be executed. So 10, 10, 16, 17, port 8000. What is it? os.py. Cool. We'll make that executable. os.py. Let me make sure our listener is still running port 4445. Okay, good there. And then I will cat that out as well just to make sure. Okay, yeah, so we have that reverse shell in there. So let me go ahead and run. I'll go to temp and I'll run pspy again so that we can see when it's actually being executed. Whoops. 64. Cool. So now if that doesn't work, man, I may just look up the walkthrough for that. Like this one has stumped me if this doesn't work. You could get a shell at root. Yeah, I mean that's what we're trying, man. Somebody had mentioned doing a bypass as well, just to get the flag, but I definitely want to get a interactive shell with that. Yeah, let's pray, man. I do appreciate your help with this though. Like you helped me out quite a bit on that with certain things that it would have taken me a while to get to, but you were definitely on it, man. So kudos, guy. All right. So yeah, as soon as this runs, as soon as we see it pop up here, and hopefully we'll get a connection. These are the ones that I hate. Like it's kind of like a blind reverse shell, right? Like you're hoping it works, but it may not work. And a lot of waiting, a lot of waiting. No. All right. Okay. Yep. I'm not gonna waste everybody's time. I'm gonna go ahead and look up that walkthrough. We're gonna do it. We are gonna do it. Because I know this has to be the avenue of approach. It's just how to do it. I'm completely stumped on. So yeah, I'm right there with you, man. Let me look it up real quick. All right. We just download. Yep. Okay. Alrighty. I just downloaded it. Let's pull it over here. Let's take a look. I almost don't want to do it, but yeah, I gotta run. I gotta go make dinner. So let's look through this real quick. Okay, done all that. Get access denied. Way past all this. We did that. That's awesome. Yeah, you got to sleep too, man. So yeah, I'm trying to get this done. I promise you, I was not meaning to take all this time, but sometimes you just get stuck, dude. Sometimes these are a little bit more difficult. Yeah, somebody called that out too. I think it was you guy, the PSPY, or it might have been TTY that called that out because it would have taken me a while just to get to use that process finder there. Okay, so let's check it out. So we're said TTY did. Okay, yeah. So we found that. We found the script that runs. Lin enum to enumerate further. So we use linps. I mean, it kind of does the same thing, which we did find that OSPY and linps. Okay. Apart from the files, do report a script from the cron tab, imports the script. So if we write the code to OSPY, we can hijack its execution, which is exactly what we were talking about. No way, dude. Hey, no way. Did you use the walkthrough, or did you have your own uh script here? Because it looks like chmod -r file name. Yeah, and I'm pretty sure I just put in the same code, if I'm not mistaken, from ChatGPT. Let me pull that up. Hold on. I feel like it didn't work from that either. Let me compare the two here. So then, okay, so it's slightly different. I mean, this bottom part here for the f dot close, I did my own theory. So did you go this route, TTY? Did you go this route of leveraging that? We'll change permission. Yeah, man, I'm not able to change the permissions on it, unfortunately, because I'm not even a legitimate user at this point. I'm just the uh, Apache service. Okay, yeah, let me try this real quick. If this doesn't work, I'm just calling it quits at this point, and I can pick this up another day, right? So let me pull up. Let me run that exploit again. All right, man. Let's go to our user library, Python. This might be the first live stream that I didn't actually finish it. You know, if this doesn't work, even with the walkthrough, we'll remove os.py. That's funny. It picks it up down there. And now we'll need to, let's edit this, right? Let me just remove it. Cool. Let me see if I can just copy and paste what they have. Oh no, my antivirus is giving me hell again. Let me see if I can just break it up into small pieces. Nope. Bruh. This is starting to piss me off. Oh, I missed some stuff here. Yep. That was the user that I'm at, the service that I am. Edit the original os.py and added a Python reverse shell inside of it. You edited the original, you said? Let me. Dear God. I'm just gonna go with what they did here, right? Within the walkthrough. Yeah, so they uploaded it to their. Okay, let me try that then. I have to break this up into pieces because it's not allowing me. That's all good. I hope this works, man. Okay, let me change my IP address real quick. 10.10.16.17. We'll do 4445, just like that. save that, exit out. We'll start up that Python server again. All right, man. Where are we at? We are here. So we already removed it. So now we need to do wget http. ChatGPT was on the right track with it. I don't know why their code didn't work. Was it port 8000 and then os.py. Let's go ahead and grab that. Yeah, he did say the whole time to try that, which I did. Well, I didn't add it to the original. I didn't add it to the original, which I probably should have done that. Yeah, I little stump with it, man. Gonna see if this works. Gotcha. All right, let's see here. I don't know if you got the friend user credit. No, I don't have their credentials. I thought it was maybe password reuse earlier, but the password that I had didn't work for that. All right, 4445. We are listening on. We need to make that executable. Right. Let me look at that freaking thing again. Uh, so now if we cat etsy cron tab, it should there. It shows up in there. Okay, so this should work. Should in theory. We'll see if I did everything right there. Why are there so many spaces there? I guess it shows up the same way. Anyway, yeah, in their walkthrough here. No way. Where'd you find them at? So yeah, let me make sure all that's the same. In the www directory. Yeah, why is it still not working, man? So it changed it added a thing here. Dude, it added a ton of them. So these must be from the previous man, I don't know. Hmm. Yeah, I'm about to call it quits, man. It's not even working from the damn walkthrough. And it just ran again. I mean, it ran, this worked. So it should be connecting. I don't know why it's not. I don't know. I'm thinking about just changing the port number. Like maybe the port number is the issue. Let me try that real quick. Let me try and change the port number. Wait, nano py. So we know 443 is open, so let's use that. Yes, yeah. If you could drop that in here, man, that would be great. I mean, I'm using what they wrote in the walkthrough though. Like, I don't understand why it's not working, but oh wait, no, I'm not. Hold on. I'm missing something here. I am missing something here. I just noticed that. Oops. Maybe that's why. Let me try that, man. os.py. Maybe that was why. I don't know. We'll see. Yeah, can't get them all. Sometimes, I mean, otherwise I'd probably be here for like another 3 hours trying to figure it out. I'm sure I would eventually get it, but man, even with the help of Chat GPT, like it wasn't giving me what I needed there. So we'll let this run again. We'll see if that hits. If not, then yeah, let me see. Cron tab. Yeah, I'm putting it where I found it. That was right. It was under yeah, right here. Python 2.7 and then os.py. That's exactly where it was. Yeah, I don't know, man. I'm not gonna press this any longer. I've already looked up the walkthrough. I'll have to revisit because maybe I'm doing something wrong here. I'm not sure. I'll have to read more up or read more on it. But I'm gonna go ahead and stop it here. I do need to go make dinner. My wife is probably gonna be pretty pissed at me right now, but I do appreciate everyone joining me on here. I'll be here every Monday starting at 5 p.m. for these live hacks. Hopefully, I'm not wasting your time. I did learn a lot today. Hope some of you learned a little bit as well. If there's anything that you ever want to uh, see me, attempt or do, on the live stream or whatnot, or even make additional videos about, please drop a line to sam@savagehack.com. I can certainly set up labs for specific scenarios if need be. Have no issue doing that. I am currently recording some courses that will help explain uh, a lot of things. Hopefully it'll be a good thing. I don't know, but it should be out next quarter. We'll see when it might actually be released. So stay tuned for that. Check out the site savagehack.com. Follow us on Facebook, Instagram. I do have a Discord channel, not completely set up yet. It is in the process of being configured and set up correctly, but you're still able to join it right now. I do appreciate all of you guys that tuned in today with me. This has been awesome. You guys are amazing. TTY guy, special shout out to both of you. You definitely helped me through this. You were right the whole time, especially with the Privest part. I still don't know why I couldn't get it to work. It's something I'll have to figure out, and hopefully I'll have that ready for you by next week, next Monday. But awesome, man. Oh yeah, I'm glad you did too, man, because I definitely did too. LS Gunter, pleasure as always. Thanks for coming back, man. Cisco Computer Tech, hey, thanks a lot, man. Definitely appreciate the support. Speaking of which, if your friends might like this, feel free to share. Help out the site any way you can by sharing. And also joining me for the live stream next week. So it's been a pleasure. Thank you all again, and I hope you guys have a wonderful week.